Well, when it comes to D. Ray, we've exposed his hacked emails leading to the summer of chaos and to the whole orchestration that you're seeing right now across the country with these BLM movements showing up, springing up in cities, and now talk of this day of rage that is not connected to the official anonymous group and has many thinking it goes right along the lines of the work that what BLM has been doing, causing chaos, and it's all being done and backed by money coming from George Soros. Now, it's not just Soros. There's many other rich puppet masters up here that stay out of the light, but Soros is one of the main characters. And his Open Society Institute is one we've shown before that had funneled $33 million into the city of St. Louis just for what they had planned for the city. Then we've seen chaos come about. So when we looked at Arizona before the Trump rally, there were people tying their necks to vehicles, trying to stop traffic down there, if you guys remember this year. It checked out that the women doing that were top brass when it came to George Soros's institutes in different groups. So what we have now is Mr. McKesson here being exposed for what is really going on behind the scenes. He claims to be grassroots from the streets. Like a lot of these other streamers out here that I know are from the streets, like Revolutionary. But this guy, while the real streamers are out here scraping to try to make everything happen and get by just to show everyone the truth, we have guys like DeRay here that's pulling in well over $160,000 a year. 6 figures. Working for our government. Sitting in on meetings with them. Tried to run, I guess, for mayor or something of Baltimore, but he failed there because I guess the people seen through his BS. But he has a handsome salary of $165,000 a year for being the district's 3rd chief of human capital. Okay, and he manages a budget of $4 million and 56 employees. That is the truth about the money behind DeRay here and why he's in this position. That's just here on the front side. The back side, all this money being funneled in through Soros and through all these other societies. Who knows what's been going on thus far, because we've seen checks cut to individuals personally in the streets from these institutes where the money just gets funneled down through and through. Now, what's also interesting to note here is where he lives. There happens to be a wealthy group of donors, the Woods, that have owned the home that he lives in since 1996, and they have been donating to the Baltimore chapter of George Soros's Open Society Institute. James and Robin Wood, philanthropist that own this home. This is where he lives and stays. Who knows if he pays a dime? These are millionaires, very wealthy, that just pitch money to the Open Society. He's staying in their home. He's making over 6 figures. He's connected to all this. So he's not just some guy from the streets. He has big-time connections to the elite. So when we're out here warning about these false movements, you better get to know who they are quick, their leadership, who they really are, where they stay, what they do, what they're really about. Because they're going to try to provoke the beast system to clamp down like has never been seen before, so they can instill things the way they want. See, in his eyes, if they could keep Obama in office, they win. That's by his own words from his hacked Twitter messages that exposed this whole summer of chaos before the shootings that took place at the Black Lives Matter protest in Dallas and everything. Right here before the conventions. The 2 conventions that they were talking adamantly about shutting down. So, if this happens, if they come out here and they pull off another false flag event, they're connected to anything else, I hope you all see what's happening here. And with this day of rage that's not being backed by any real anons, I keep an eye on all this stuff and who's pushing it. It's time the curtain comes down and everyone sees the little wizard that's running the game. It's been Dabu 7.